NASA's Artemis II, humanity's return to the moon's vicinity after half a century. The Artemis II mission is rapidly advancing toward its historic launch, marking the first time humans will travel beyond low Earth orbit in more than 50 years. This mission represents a critical step in NASA's long-term Artemis program, designed to re-establish sustained human exploration of the moon and eventually send astronauts to Mars. Rollout and Preparations. On January 17, 2026, NASA completed a major milestone by transporting its massive Space Launch System (SLS) rocket and the Orion spacecraft to Launch Pad 39B at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The integrated stack took nearly 12 hours to travel the 4-mile route from the vehicle assembly building, moving at a slow pace of about 1 mile per hour on a specialized crawler transporter. Once at the pad, engineers will perform a series of essential pre-launch checks. Among them is the wet dress rehearsal, a full fueling and countdown test involving more than 700,000 gallons of cryogenic propellant, a practice that ensures the rocket and spacecraft systems can safely proceed to launch. Mission Overview. Artemis II is scheduled for launch no earlier than February 6 to 11, 2026, with additional windows in March and April in case of technical or weather-related delays. The mission will last roughly 10 days and is designed as a crewed lunar flyby, without a landing. Instead of entering lunar orbit or touching down on the surface, the spacecraft will travel on a free return trajectory, looping around the moon and returning to Earth. This flight will send 4 astronauts farther from Earth than any humans have been since the Apollo 17 mission in 1972, making it a true return to deep space human exploration. Crew and representation. The Artemis II crew consists of Reed Wiseman, Commander; Victor Glover, Pilot; Christina Koch, Mission Specialist; Jeremy Hansen, Mission Specialist, Canadian Space Agency. This configuration is historically significant. Koch will be the first woman and Glover the first person of color to travel beyond low Earth orbit, while Hansen becomes the first Canadian astronaut on such a mission. Objectives and testing. Although Artemis II will not land on the moon, the mission serves crucial objectives. Validation of spacecraft systems, including life support, navigation, communication, and environmental controls, with a crew aboard. Operational experience in deep space, informing procedures and safety protocols for lunar surface missions. Preparation for Artemis III, which NASA plans to target for a lunar landing as early as 2027, using SpaceX's Starship Human Landing System, HLS, once that hardware is fully ready. Why no lunar landing? Artemis II's mission profile does not include a lunar landing because the Orion spacecraft and SLS launch vehicle are not equipped for descent or surface operations. The focus instead is on demonstrating that all systems function safely with humans aboard in the deep space environment and ensuring crew health and mission reliability. Future of Artemis and beyond. The Artemis II mission builds directly on the success of Artemis I, an uncrewed test flight in 2022 that validated key elements of the SLS and Orion spacecraft. With Artemis II, NASA will gather critical performance data and refine operational practices essential for future missions. Looking ahead, Artemis III aims for a return to the lunar surface with longer stays and expanded exploration operations. Long-term goals of the Artemis program include establishing sustainable lunar infrastructure and preparing for human missions to Mars.